Contrast between Davis's championship pedigree and Paul's influencer-turned-fighter persona has turned their matchup into something bigger than boxing itself. Many experts argue that the true victory for both men isn't just in the ring, but in how they transformed their names into global brands, a reflection of how modern boxing continues to merge athletic competition with entertainment spectacle.
Can his speed and, his ability make up for that size difference, in your honest opinion?
Well, he has to be very smart throughout the course of the fight. It's hard to know in some things. I think Gervonta's just going to, stick and move. He'll be fast, play it smart, I don't see him staying still for too long so Jake can land some shots. He'll just try to touch him. Who knows, man? It's an exhibition. It's a money grab. Jake's fighting one of the best boxers ever.
Coach Reg weighed in on the controversy surrounding Gervonta Davis, noting that at this stage of his career, every move he makes is bound to attract both praise and criticism. He reminded fans that Davis has already proven himself by facing elite opponents and winning titles across multiple divisions. According to Reg, pursuing massive paydays after years of sacrifice isn't selling out. It's a logical step for a fighter whose career span is short and physically demanding. He emphasized that boxers risk their health, spend countless hours in the gym, and give up personal time. So it's only fair for someone like Davis to secure his financial future. In Reg's eyes, these choices come not from greed, but from wisdom, because building a legacy and ensuring long-term stability should go hand in hand.
Especially Tank been talking about retiring, so why not get the bag and then go about your business if that's your plan? If that's your plan to retire, then go get the bag and go about your business. You ain't doing nothing wrong. I'm not against it.
You got some people that are very critical, Tank. Does it make sense depending on what you're in boxing for? Because you got some people that want to fight the best. You got some people that want the accolades, the belts, the undisputed. And you got some people that just came in this game like, look, I'm trying to get my family out of poverty and give us generational wealth. Does it all depend on what you decided to box for?
Well, Tank accomplished a lot at a young age. He accomplished a lot at a young age. So I wouldn't be mad if he took the bag and went about his business and never fought again. Plus, look at some of the things that he's going through. So, a lot of that can affect you as well. Like when you're trying to be in this game. So I think, get the bag and go. That's your plan. Get the bag and go.
For me, of course, I wanted to see him fight Shakur. I wanted to see him fight Devin.
Yeah, we all wanted to see him fight.
Guess what, bro?
Many commentators have pointed out that Gervonta Davis has consistently taken on opponents with clear physical advantages and still found ways to win through sheer grit, sharp strategy, and flawless execution. A prime example came against Ryan Garcia, who entered the ring with superior height, reach, and speed. Yet Davis stayed composed, patiently studied his opponent, and timed his counters perfectly before landing a brutal body shot in the 7th round that sealed a definitive victory.
Emotionally, see if he's rattled. See, when it's all said and done, the whole talking shit goes out the window. Jake's scared. And let me tell you this, too. I looked at them, I'm sizing them up. I'm looking at Tank, and Jake, and I'm looking at them. Tank can reach him, too. He reached Ryan Garcia. He reached Mario Barrios. I was like, he ain't going to be able to reach him. He's going to reach him. I saw Tank's going to reach him. He knows he's going to reach him. Listen, I want to say this, too. Funny as hell. Before I say all this, Alicia Bumgardner, shout out to you, girl.
Calvin Ford, who has guided Gervonta Davis since his early days in boxing, voiced unwavering confidence in his fighter. He dismissed Jake Paul's size advantage as insignificant when compared to Tank's lifelong experience and mastery of the sport. Ford noted that Davis has been honing his craft since childhood, developing a deep understanding of movement, defense, and mental composure. To him, this fight marks Jake's first encounter with a truly elite opponent capable of adapting on every level. Having watched Davis evolve from a determined amateur into a disciplined, explosive world champion, Ford believes Tank's mindset is unbreakable, and no physical edge will be enough to shake him.
On track and keeping it moving.
When you heard about the fight, were you like, wait, what? Like, we're doing what?
Actually, when I heard about the fight, they called me and said, "What you thought about the fight?" I said, "The fight doable." You know what I'm saying? Because I watched Tanky for years, and I watched other young men in gyms, you know, deal with big guys. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he's big. To me, it's like Jake having his first open fights. If anybody know about the amateurs going open, then you go pro. So, you know, he's going to fight a guy that does have skills. You know what I'm saying? My only concern is, you know, the gloves. You understand what I'm saying? Because we don't fight in 12-ounce gloves. We don't use 12-ounce gloves. That's training gloves. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's 2 pounds away from Jake. He fights in 10s. Tank fighting 8s. So he losing 4 ounces. So my thing is, I said, they said, put Tank in 8s, put him in 10s. That makes the fight more interesting. You know what I'm saying? And we'll go from there because I understand. And I brought that question up to one of his handlers. They was, no, we don't want to do no mixed match. It's supposed to be an expedition. Why does it matter? What, you know, now y'all want the wins and the loss. You know what I'm saying? All these restrictions, but you want to be great. Being great is really pushing the envelope. You know what I'm saying? You know, Tank don't really care, you know. So when I brought this up, he said, dang, facts. You know what I'm saying? So, again, you know, he can weigh the 10s and we weigh the 8s.
As the showdown with Jake Paul approaches, analysts predict that Gervonta Davis will once again rely on his superior timing and ring IQ to neutralize any physical disadvantage. They expect him to close distance with precision, set clever traps, bait Paul into overcommitting, and unleash devastating counters in return. While Paul brings power and size, many believe those assets will fall short against a fighter who has mastered distance control, rhythm, and the subtle art of spatial manipulation at the highest level.
I don't really know her like that, but she looks like she ain't rattled by Alicia, so that's a perfect dance partner for that. Trying to drag Alicia Baumgartner into late water, see what's going on with that. Shout out to Alicia Baumgartner. But let's get back to Tank. First of all, Tank knows what he's doing. Tank Davis, he said, you know, what he was just making all these implications that it's going to be scripted. When he said, you're paying me, and then he was like, yo, you're going to have to give me extra, and then he said that this is scripted.
At the end of the day, I gave this little guy an opportunity. He should be thanking me. I'm paying him. I'm his boss. He reports to me, and I'm going to fucking son him on November 14th. So fuck you, little man.
You paying me? Are you paying me?
Yeah.
100%? 100%. Facts?
Correct.
Yes? Correct?
Correct. I'm your daddy.
40. What 40 at?
Former world champion Sean Porter praised Gervonta Tank Davis as a true warrior in the ring, a fighter defined by relentless determination and hunger. He commended Davis's refusal to back down, no matter the opponent, noting that his combination of mental toughness and natural ability makes him one of the most dangerous fighters of his era. Porter emphasized that what truly separates Tank is his balance of discipline, aggression, and ring intelligence, qualities that go beyond sheer power. To Porter, Davis embodies the essence of a real fighter, someone who rises to every challenge and competes with both passion and purpose.
And the thing that I really appreciate about Tank is he's a dog. That kind of what he just said, you can put them earmuffs up and go at it. Mm-hmm. He kind of will assess you as well, and whatever he needs to do, he'll do it, you know, so.
Right. At the same time, talk of Gervonta Davis possibly retiring after this fight has stirred major discussion among boxing insiders and analysts. Sources close to the camp suggest that Davis's outlook has changed. After years of pursuing titles and glory, he now views lasting financial security as the true measure of success. His team believes that the enormous payout from this bout gives him the power to step away on his own terms, not from fatigue, but from fulfillment. Many observers see this as a wise and calculated decision, acknowledging how short a fighter's prime could be at the highest level.
Again, there's nothing wrong with Tank going to get his money, but let's all be clear that that's all the fight is for Tank. He's telling you without telling you that he's fighting Jake just because he's getting $40 million. So when we talk about boxing being dead, Tank has to line up at the front of the line. I can't blame him, but don't throw around, oh, boxing's dead and people switch sides and all of that. You chose not to be great. That's it. You chose not to be great. Stuff like that, choices like that will kill boxing, for sure. On a competitive level, it won't kill it on a business level. On a business level, until people run out of interest in these kind of matchups, it'll do well. On a competitive level, choosing not to fight the best will kill the sport. So maybe it's better if people like Tank aren't in the sport. And I don't even say that because I want that to be the case. I think Tank is ridiculously talented, but you can't want a fighter to fight more than what they want to. You can't. Tank fans or Tank people that like Tank and think he's one of the best, you can't want it for him. And then Shakur came back with, that's how I know you soft. I can't even go back and forth with you soft ass. You rather pop to me on social media than get in that fire and get embarrassed. I get it. Peace and blessings upon you, cuz. He says, the people got your chest out so bad. You talking like you a killer, forgetting that you the one that runs, bitch. I'll be bring the fight to you. This dude, a made-up character. Quote, blessings upon you. Clown-ass dude, wanna be Kevin Gates?
What's your take? Is Gervonta Davis prioritizing money over legacy by taking the Jake Paul fight? Share your thoughts in the comments below.